there's one more thing I want to talk about before you get out of here, because, baby, I know you in Atlanta, and I didn't know there was going to be, I thought you was in Atlanta. I said, ain't enough room in Atlanta for all these, you call me a sissy, so I'm going to call you a sissy too. all these sissies in Atlanta, I know. And then now that you're in Miami, it makes sense, because in Atlanta, there's a whole new talk show going on. Let me show you the talk show. It's a talk show with this girl, and she's a Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes. Now, Nene has a new show called The Read Session, baby. It's the Read. This is what she's doing. She's doing all of that. Now, Nene called me this week because she didn't like what I had to say here on the show about her show. And those of you that show up every week, I just be saying shit and don't be knowing what I be talking about, like the shit that this one that made me say today. This is what I said on the show. Take a look. She has a panel of readers that she searched out for in Atlanta. Now, the problem I have with this, I'm not even going to tell you the problem. Let me just show you. They all happen to be gay black men. They introduced themselves. They had a whole intro video.
When you're looking for the light in the room, just know I'm the brightest in the room.
Reading class 101 is always a session because I stay reading a bitch.
They say I'm too much, but the truth is they will never be enough. If you're coming for a read, sit back and watch me lead.
I have a problem with people in the industry wanting to trivialize and play with gay people. Like, why couldn't you go get a bunch of girls who sat around and read? That's what we like the Housewives of Atlanta for. You got all gay boys for real, Nene? Like, really? I know now Nene loves the gay community and the gay community loves her. But Nene, you and I have talked about doing a show together. You and I have talked about talk shows. That's not the look for me. Now, I'm not even getting into the fashion, the editing, the fact that y'all look like y'all was in a toilet paper warehouse. I'm not even getting into that. And I'm not even trying to read because I could read like everybody else. But girl, the production quality could have been better. And I don't like the fact that you chose all gay boys to be your readers. Now Nene called me this week and she was reading, little light reading me because she knew that your show had just come up. And this is the flyer for your show. If we have it, is TGIF. Now, let me be very clear, because I said this to Nene, and I'm going to say this now in front of Funky Dineva. To me, there's two different things happening here. Funky Dineva, Gary with the T, and the other guy, Al, was Star Jones's husband.
Allegedly.
Anyway, Funky Dineva, Al Johnson, and Gary. Gary, right? Al Reynolds. I know Al, the Gary, who's with Dish Nation, who I love to death. These are people who are already talking heads in the space, that already have their platforms, who have been reading. And I'm not to say that new people don't need a chance, but I guess what I was trying to say in the heat of the moment was Claudia reaching out to you guys and having you be a part of a show. To me, I saw different than what Nene did. I thought Nene was desperately trying to figure out her next move after the whole Housewives thing went down in flames. And so instead of creatively thinking about elevating other people who are in the space and building a real show, I felt like it was just, she went the whole route of being cliched. I don't know. That's just what was in my mind. That's why I said to her, what did you think about that? Because I know you got a lot to say about it.
You really leave no more to say. There really is a profound difference, right? One was taking three people who you said already have presence in the space, who already have built-in fan bases, who are already qualified, tried and true in the space, and bringing them together. Okay, that's one thing. We all already do this. Secondly, the difference between us is we just happen to be three smart, articulate, established men that happen to be gay. Nene, on the other hand, went out and specifically targeted somebody that was gay and hoped by chance they had damn talent. You know what I'm saying? I think to take it a step further and why Nene and a couple others in that space are so bothersome is because their whole setup is that of mimicking a gay man. And we can have the argument, is the gay man mimicking the black woman, is the black woman mimicking the gay man? But the reality of the situation, the read and the yes and the this is from the boys.
And let me be clear. So is gagging. So those of you saying that I took this from Kaya, let's be very clear. That bitch couldn't birth nothing like this if her asshole had Caitlyn Jenner's ass on it. So let's be clear.
Just like when Keke Palmer went viral for saying the real gag is, I'm like, bitch, if you look at my videos from 10 years ago, why the fuck my ass ain't go viral for saying this shit a decade ago? And she was just like it was just the latest damn thing. And that's the problem, the exploitation of it all. You used gay as the stick, you know what I'm saying, to prop yourself up, and then you try to decorate it and disguise it as you were doing something for the gays. You're not doing nothing for the gays when it centers you.
Well, there's that part, and I thought, and see, and why I wanted to bring this up, I know you thought I was wanting to be messy. That was part of it. The other part was when I saw the announcement in the conversation that you all were having on your show, TGIF, the articulation of your point, just as you so eloquently said it, was different than what I had saw in the auditioning of the gay boys that looked like exploitation. You know, me and Claudia Jordan have been friends for a long time. And so we could sit up and have a good kiki where it ain't all, let me tell you, you know, like it wasn't to serve what Claudia was doing. It's just she loves the shade and I love the tea, and it was a good marriage. And so naturally it made sense. Now, I really feel like, and I've said that I felt that, you know, women, especially in Atlanta, I think often use gay black men as props. I think on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they did it with, I don't know the queen's name, who, I don't know if he died or where he is, but the girl, Dwight, they did it with the other girls who were wearing heels. Now, not to say that they did, not to say, but that was the only depiction of gay men that they showed in that show. They didn't talk about Apollo getting his ass played with. They didn't talk about the other gay men who've been married to women out there.
You know, and let's also add.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
This is not the first time Nene's done something offensive to the community. Case in point, when she threw that party, girls and gays. Like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? You would never a white man, people would have a fit if somebody threw a party called white
gays and fish.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like objectifying them like they're a thing. Bitch, we're not no fucking thing. We're not thing. We're real people who happen to like men. That's where it starts and stops. We don't need to be celebrated, decorated, or highlighted in that manner. We good. We good.
Well, listen, I know, and I want to say really clear, because a lot of people have been tagging Nene on my social media and sending clips and this and that. I do want to say, Nene, I do appreciate you calling me. We had a very interesting and semi-thorough conversation. We agreed to have this debate and this conversation on our show and on the show, you know, and I'm still inviting you to do that. You can come on the show, not on this show, my other show, and we could talk about it, because I know that Nene loves the gay community, and I know that they've been very good to her. The gay community's been very good in celebrating her, but that there's still the perception of exploitation out there. That's a real conversation happening, whether it's true or not, whether it's perception or not. You can have the platform to share it. And again, I come here and what I said to Nene was, if you're going to get in the space of throwing shade and talking shit, you can't take it personal, because she had asked me, something about, you know, what do I feel about people saying I'm a colorist? They call me all types of shit. They say I want a pussy. They say this and this and that. And when I tell you, they do it every day. They do it on my birthday. They do it when I'm at church. They do it anytime they want. And you know what I say? Thank you. Because I'm still blessed. As long as I keep you bitches talking, I'm going to be able to afford some cement for you to stick up your ass. All right, well, look.
I want to leave with one thing, Jason, if you let
me. You said leave or lead?
Oh, no, I said leave this subject with one thing.
Okay.
There is enough airspace for everybody. If she still wants to do her idea with her ways, have at it. Our show is so different. We're not sitting around reading people. We're sitting around having funny intellectual dialogue. So her idea, the intellectual integrity of her idea is still intact. If she wants to run around and read like this and introduce each other like this with these late ass taglines in the paper towel factory, like you said, what's stopping you? Have at it, mama. There's enough airspace for everybody.
But also, I would say, Nene, pull on your friends. Call me. Call Funky Dineva. Call those of us that are in the space who built successful platforms to help you. Because I would have helped Nene. I'd have put an art director in. We would have hid that toilet paper, baby. We would have got that lighting right. The mics would have been set. And them girls sitting up there, it's like, yeah. Their fashion would have looked a little elevated, you know?
It wouldn't have looked elevated because it wouldn't have been them girls. I would have went and got her some real girls. That part.
Now I would love to see I would love to see the reading session with her, Phaedra. You know, like go ahead. That's the show right there, right?
Yes. I made an Instagram post when she came back and did the whole Boosie Tokyo vanity. I'm like, you went from 3 gays to a homophobe and a transphobe. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The show is you, Marlo, Phaedra, and Dwight Eubanks. That's a no-brainer.
Okay, why did you just give her that without trying to paper that deal? Because that's the show. Well,
they said I stole one, so let me give you one for free to replace the one I stole.
What store did they say oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Ain't that stupid? Why?
Because a panel show is so new. Because it's so new.
I got 870 million minutes watched of my bullshit. Please don't call me talking about stole shit, bitch, because I'm working.
Okay. That part.